My dear friends, welcome back to another session on heat. In the last session on heat, which we had a few days back, I hope you have understood the difference between heat and temperature. After the session, two questions have come up. One is one student wanted to know more about specific heat. The other question is this: if I have 20 liters of water in a bucket at room temperature, say 25 degrees centigrade, and I have a cup of tea at 85 degrees centigrade, and the contents of the cup is say 175 milliliters, which one contains more heat? We will take on these questions one by one. First is specific heat. Many people have not been able to understand what is specific heat. So before going to heat, let me give you one small story. In a village lived two types of people. One was a saint. Give him a name, Ramdas. He used to remain in a state of meditation, live in a small hut, and do good things for the society. He rarely used to get angry, and whenever people used to abuse him, whenever people used to talk bad about him, he never got angry. Only when people disturbed him too much, he used to open his mouth and give them some advice. So his level of tolerance was very high, and he could absorb many abuses. Now coming to the another person, he was the richest man of the village. Give him a name, say Karodimal, and he used to get angry whenever people even talked bad about him behind his back, and he used to come to know that so and so was talking bad about him. So he used to call him and give punishment. So his level or his the capacity to absorb bad things about him was very low. Similarly, we have materials which have the capacity to absorb heat a lot, and their temperature rises slowly, and even if you give a lot of heat, their temperature rises little bit. These are called the substances which have very high specific heat. Then let us take one example of high specific heat material, say water. Another example I'll give you is of a low specific heat material, say for example aluminium. If you give a little bit of heat to aluminium, its temperature rises very fast. Another material, copper. Copper is, as far as the rise in temperature is concerned, if you give even a smaller amount of heat to copper, its temperature rises faster. So we can say that water has got higher specific heat. That means it requires more amount of heat for 1 unit mass of water to go up by 1 degree Kelvin. Copper, in comparison, has got lesser specific heat, means lesser capacity to absorb before its temperature goes up. And if you take likewise, all materials in this environment, they have different specific heats, because that heat required to raise 1 unit mass by 1 degree Kelvin is different for different materials, or specific to those materials. It is called a specific heat of that material. Okay, now let us address the second question. Which one contains more heat? 20 liters of water at 25 degrees centigrade or 200 ml of tea at 85 degrees centigrade? Believe me, this question was discussed in the staff room of an engineering college, and where I used to teach. And when somebody suddenly asked this question, most of the assistant professors and professors immediately said that tea contains more heat than water at 20 degrees centigrade. Then the professor of thermodynamics, he says, please go back home, work out, and come back tomorrow and tell me what is the right answer. Okay, I am very happy that one of the students here has asked this question. Now let us first see how much is 20 liters and how much is 200 milliliters. This is a bucket whose capacity is 20 liters. This is a mug whose capacity is 1 liter. If I take water in this mug, fill it up and pour into the bucket and do it 20 times, the bucket will be full of water. That means the bucket will have 20 liters of water. Now this is a glass whose capacity is 250 milliliters. That means 1/4 of a liter. 200 milliliters is about this much. I hope you have a judgment of how much is 20 liters and how much is 200 milliliters. Before we come to this specific question, I would like to ask you, how do you take measurement? For example, length. If you have to take length, you take a scale and start from 0. From your side it will be 0 is here, then you start measuring and you know how much you have measured. Similarly, you take for example auto rickshaw. If you have to go from MG Road to Jayanagar, you sit in the auto rickshaw. What does the auto rickshaw driver do? He turns the meter to 0. And then when the journey ends, he takes the reading and you also get to know how many kilometers you have come and how much is the bill. Similarly, in the case of solving this problem also, we should go to 0. We should go to 0 heat state. That means 0 degrees Kelvin. We have discussed in the last class that at 0 degree K there is no heat left in a body. Okay, so we will start from 0 degrees K. In this case, the question given is water is at 25 degrees centigrade. So now let us consider that we keep supplying heat to water at 0 degrees K. How much is 0 degrees K? It is minus 273 degrees centigrade. So just imagine how much is minus 0 degrees centigrade. It is the ice which you have in your refrigerator. So go further down, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, like that. If you go to minus 273 degrees centigrade, imagine what will be there. Alright, okay, now let us assume that we are at minus 273 degrees centigrade and keep supplying heat to the body. For example, in this case, water in the bucket. The temperature of the water starts rising. Water keeps absorbing the energy, heat energy, and the temperature keeps rising. A stage comes when this water in the bucket comes to a level or the temperature of 25 degrees centigrade. In this process, what has it, how much heat has it absorbed? Now let us come here. We know that heat is equal to mass into specific heat into temperature. If the mass of the body is more, you will require more heat to raise its temperature by unit. Similarly, if the specific heat is high, we require more heat to raise its temperature by unity. So here in this case the temperature given is 25 degrees centigrade. Let us calculate. The heat supplied to this water in the bucket is 20 liters. 20 liters means 20,000 grams. I am converting everything to grams. One assumption we are making here is that density of water is 1 gram per cc, and also the density of T is 1 gram per cc. I am making one more assumption that specific heat of T also is equal to 1. It will be approximately 1 only. So the heat supplied will be mass, that is 20,000 grams into 1. This is the specific heat and this is the temperature. 25 plus 273. I have made this calculation, you may check it out in your calculators. It comes to 59 lakhs 60,000 calories. This much is the heat supplied to raise the temperature of water from 0 degree K to 25 degrees centigrade of 1 bucket full of water. Now coming to the second case in which the water is 200 milliliters and its temperature has been brought to 85 degrees centigrade. Of course, hotter than the temperature in the bucket. For this also heat supplied we have calculated is 200 grams into 1 is the specific heat and this is the temperature to which it has been brought. The calculation shows 71,600. Now you can see the difference. The heat content in the water in the bucket is so many lakhs of calories, whereas in the case of the heat contained in water, hot water in a cup is 71,600 calories only. My dear friends, can you see the difference? The heat contained in 20 liters of water in the bucket at 25 degrees centigrade is 59 lakhs 60,000 calories, whereas the heat contained in 200 milliliters of tea at 85 degrees centigrade is only 71,600 calories. If you take the ratio, it comes to 83:1. That means the heat contained in the water in the bucket is 83 times more than the heat contained in the tea, in 200 ml of tea in a glass.